Hello viewers, welcome to the digital class of Udayanath Autonomous College of Science and Technology. So viewers, in our last video we have already discussed what are string, what are the concept of string, how to initialize a string, how to declare a string, how to print a string. But in today's video we will be listening or we will be discussing some more operations on string. So without wasting much of our time, let's move on to the program, that is we have to enter a sentence and print it using gets function and puts function. So what is the use of gets function and puts function? So actually, as we have discussed before, that whenever we are entering a string in the form of sentence, word or anything, so if you are accessing it or we are entering it through the help of scanf, then scanf function has a demerit that it cannot accept a blank space within the sentence. So if we are interested for giving a space in between the strings or there is a sentence, so in that case we can take the help of gets function. So gets function has the ability to accept a sentence having the blank spaces in between them. Exactly, puts function is the replacement of printf function. So without writing the format specifier or the syntax of the whole printf function, we can simply use the puts function over here. So now let's move on to the program. So as we know that the program starts with #include stdio.h, which is a general header file of writing a C program. But whenever we are using the gets function or puts function, so it is also necessary or there may be a chance that we need another header file, that is string.h, because gets function and puts function are actually contained inside the string header file. So in order to use these gets function and puts function, so we have to take the help of string.h header file. So again we have to write #include string.h, so that in string.h header file we can use the or we can take the help of gets function and puts function. Then comes our void main. So I have to enter a sentence, that means I have to take a character array over here. So let's say I have taken character ch of, let's say 100. Okay, so now I have to accept a string of 100 characters and we can print it. So I have to give a message. Let's say I have written printf enter a sentence. So as we have discussed that a sentence can have some blank spaces in between them. So whenever a sentence will be initialized, it will have some blank spaces in between them. So which is not possible to accept the sentence from the scanf function. So here instead of using scanf function, we will be using the gets function. So I can simply write gets ch. So gets function is actually used to accept the string. So we have taken ch variable for accepting the string. So I have written gets ch. Now I have to print that sentence. So let's say I will write printf, the sentence is puts ch. So you can see that instead of using printf function again, I have simply written puts ch. So puts ch function is used to print the whole character at a time. So instead of scanf function, I have used the gets function over here. Instead of printf function, I have used the puts function over here. So now let's take an example. So I have written character ch of 100. That means there will be a ch variable with an array of 100. So let's say we have taken some of them. Let's say I have taken this one. So let's say I have written or I have entered a character. Let's say I have to enter a sentence. So I have used the gets function. So gets function is actually used to accept the character with blank spaces. So let's say I have written I love India. I have written this much. So as we know, after the last character, \0 will be automatically added to the string. So this is the general syntax, or this is the general structure of a character array. So backslash 0 has been added to the sentence. That means the sentence has 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That means always the index starts with 0 and it will move on until a backslash 0 is found. So where the backslash 0 is found, that means it has the, or it is the end of the sentence. So whenever we are using scanf function, so it is not possible that we can give a blank space over here. So you can see that I have written 3 words over here: I love and India. So here we have encountered 2 blank spaces. But in case of string, or in case of scanf function, while writing a string, we cannot take the help of blank spaces. So in order to modify that, we can take gets function instead of the scanf function. So gets function has the ability to accept the blank spaces from the user. Similarly, instead of writing printf function or printf with %s, that is the format specifier of a string, we can simply write put ch. So whenever I will write put ch, so the character or the sentence that has been stored in ch will be printed at a time. That means my answer will be printed in this way: I love India at a time. So here gets function is the replacement of scanf function and puts function is the replacement of printf function. Now let's take another example that we have to enter a string and we have to display its length. That means whatever string we will enter, it will print the length of the string. That means what is the, or how much characters are included in the string. So now we will be moving to hash include stdio.h, which is the general syntax of writing a program. Then here we have to also include string.h header file, as we are using, or we may use, or we may take the help of some functions under the string.h header file. So next comes our void main. Now I have to take a character array, let's say character ch of, let's say 100. Now I have to calculate the size or the length of the array or character array. So we can solve it using 2 ways. So first of all, let's take an example of a library function, that is size of. So size of is a special type of function in string.h which actually calculates the size of the character or the string which we are declaring, or which we are storing, or which we are accessing from the user. So let's say we have collected, or we have gathered the string using gets function in the ch. Now I have to calculate the length of the string. So as we are calculating the length of the string, so length of the string must be in integer value. That's why I have written int l. So l will be the variable to calculate the length of the string. So l is initialized by integer. So I can write l equal to size of ch. Now the size of ch means whatever string I will be entering in the ch, the size of the ch will be calculated and it will be stored in the variable l. So l will have the length of the character. Now I have to print the value of l. So in order to print the value of l, I can take the help of printf function. Let's say I will write length of string equal to %d l. So you can see that I have taken ch of 100. That means let's say I have written ch and I have written India. Again \0 has been added automatically to the character array. I have taken another variable, that is l, of integer type, because we have to calculate the length. So length is of integer type, that's why I have taken l of integer type. Now it is written get ch. So as I have written India, I have accepted the India value from the user. Now you can see l equal to size of ch. So the function of size of is to calculate the length of the character array. So ch is the character array. So the size of ch means size of the character. That means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 will be stored in l. backslash 0 will not be counted. Next, printf length of string equal to %d. So it will print the message first, that is length of string equal to %d. So in place of %d, that is format specifier, it will print the value of L. So the value of L is 5. So this is all about entering a string and displaying its length. But we can solve this one also in another way. That means we can take the help of a loop also. So here let's say I have written gets ch. So in place of these two lines, I can take, or we can take the help of for loop. Let's say I will write for, let's say int I equal to 0, ch of I not equal to backslash 0 I plus plus, and it will calculate L plus plus or L equal to L plus 1, anything you can write. Okay, so when it will come out, so it will print the value of L. So printf length equal to %d L. That means what? As we know, the index always starts with 0. So when the index will start from 0, so we have taken a variable I which will hold or which will continue from the value 0, that is index number 0, and it will continue unless it will come to backslash 0. That means it will start from 0's index and it will return up to 5, that means backslash 0. So until the loop will terminate, the value of L will be incremented by 1. That means the value of L will be 1, then it will be 2, then 3, then 4, then 5. But here we have to take length equal to 0, so that it will continue and it will give us the correct answer. Okay, so the loop will continue for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the value of 5 or the value of L will be 5. So when it will come out from the loop, it will print the length will be L. So this is the procedure of using the size of function of string header file, and this is the normal procedure of calculating the length of the string. So this is all about the entering a string and printing the or displaying the length of the string. Now we can take an example of what to enter a string, copy the string to another string and print it. That means we will enter a string from the user, we will copy that string to another string and we will print it by using some of the methods. So we have two methods of doing or solving this program. So first of all, we will be moving with the function related program. So our program will start with hash include stdio.h, which is a standard input outer header file. Next we will include string.h because there is a chance of using a function related to string header file. Next comes our void main. Then we have to enter a string. Let's say I have written character ch of 100. So as we need to copy the string to another string, so I have to take another string with the same size. Okay, so I have to, let's say I have taken str of 100. That means this is the original string and it will be copied to str string and then we will print the value of str. So now let's write, or we have to accept the string from the user. So let's say I have written enter a string. I have given a message to the user to enter a string, and the string will be used or it will be accessed through gets function. Let's say I have written gets ch. Now the user has entered the string using the gets function, or they have given the input to the ch character. Now the values of ch or the character inside the ch will be copied to the next string, that is str. So we have a function that is strcpy, string copy. So string copy is a special type of function under string.h header file which has the capability of copying the characters from one array to another array. So we can say that what is the syntax of strcpy? So strcpy has two values, that is source and destination. That means what is to be copied is in the source and where it should be pasted will be in the destination. So our source is ch value and destination is str value. So we can write strcpy ch comma str. That means all the values under ch will be copied to another string, that is str. So we can print the value of str. Let's say I will write puts str and the program will come to end. So let's say we have taken two strings of 100 values. Let's say I have taken ch, I have written unc, and backslash 0 will be automatically added. Similarly, str will have the same size 1, 2, 3, 4, where last one will be backslash 0. So whenever I have entered using the gets function, so I have entered unc. So the user has entered, let's say unc. So strcpy is the special function under string.h header file. So that's why we have used string.h header file in our program, so that the gets function and puts function as well as strcpy function can be used in the program. So strcpy has a provision, or it has a structure, that the first value will be source and the second value will be destination. So the ch value will be copied to str. So unc value will be copied to str. So str will have unc. Now it will print the value of str. So as we know that we have to copy the characters from ch to str. So the value of str is been updated with the ch value. So we will print the value of str. So when we will write puts str, so str value will be printed, that is unc will be printed. So here you can see that it has been successfully executed. But in place of writing, or we can write another program or another procedure instead of strcpy. Let's say we will take the example, or we will take the help of for loop. Let's say instead of this lines I can take for, let's say int I equal to 0, ch of I not equal to backslash 0 and I plus plus. So str of I will be equal to ch of I. Next it will put the value of, or it will print the value of str. That means this loop will start from 0 because the index starts from 0. So it will continue up to backslash 0. That means it will start from 0 index and it will go until it will encounter a backslash 0. So in between those, the str of I, let's say we can take the example by taking the rough word. Let's say I have taken I equal to 0. So I will have the value as 0. ch of I means ch of 0. ch of 0 is not equal to backslash 0. ch of 0, that is u is not equal to backslash 0. Yes, u is not equal to backslash 0. So the condition gets satisfied and it will enter over here. str of I, let's say we have not taken anything. So str of I means str of 0 is equal to ch of 0. That means ch of 0, that is u, will be initialized to str of 0. So u will be copied to str. So when it will come over here, it will be redirected to I plus plus. So I will be incremented to 1. Now it will check ch of I, that means ch of 1 is having backslash 0. No, it is not having backslash 0 because it is having n. So condition satisfied, it will come over here. str of I means str of 1 will contain the value of ch of I. So ch of I means n. So n will be copied to str. Next, when it will come to this curly bracket, it will be redirected to I plus plus. So I plus plus means 2. So it will check ch of I, ch of 2 is not equal to backslash 0. ch of 2 is not equal to backslash 0. No, c is not equal to backslash 0. So the condition gets satisfied, it will come over here. str of I equal to ch of I. That means str of 2 will hold the value of ch of 2, that is c. So c will be pasted in str. Now when it will come to this curly bracket, it will be redirected over here. So I will be incremented to 3. Now it will come to here, ch of I, ch of 3 is not equal to backslash 0. ch of 3 is not equal to backslash 0, false. It is equal to backslash 0. So condition will not satisfy over here and it will come over here, puts str. So it will print the value of str, that is unc will be printed over here. So To solve this problem, we have two procedures. We can take the help of strcopy, which is the library function under the string.h header file, or we can calculate it in manual function also. So this is all about entering a string and copying the string to another string. So I hope you have all understood what are the operations of string. You have all gone through the programs that has been discussed. If you have any doubt, then you can comment me on our YouTube channel. Till then, thank you.